Hi again, guys. I've just been in a video mood for the last couple of weeks, actually, but I didn't have time to do them, so I'm doing them all at once, I guess. Mostly. I was cleaning out my desk this last week, and I found this really old, kind of cheesy, but still awesome journal. And as it turns out, I had written down notes for BJD Addicts prompts back when I was starting in the hobby. So I thought it would be interesting to go over some of the notes and some of the things I thought and just see what had changed since I started the hobby and what's just pretty much the same. Because it's funny how much you forget and how much you change without realizing it. So I thought I would do that. One of the first things that I noticed in my notes was I wrote down, I got into the hobby around April of 2010. As in, that's when I just first started looking into the pictures, seeing the dolls, wanting to start in the hobby and everything like that. That wasn't when I got my first doll, unfortunately, because that would have been nice. But when I read that, I was like, April of 2010? Holy crap, has it been so long? Have I really been in the hobby for 6 years now? What in the world? One of the other things I wrote down, pretty close to that, was I wanted all of my dolls to have a photo shoot character and an actual character. I think somewhere along the line I gave that up, and I just decided that they're gonna do what they want when they want, so whatever. And I don't really know why. Well, I do know why I was thinking actual character and photo shoot character. It's because I have my dolls, as the personalities that I envision them with, have a very distinct style, but I also see a lot of really cute other styles that I want to try out and to try sewing and to put on them and all of that kind of thing. And I think I just was like, well, if they want to wear that for a while, they can wear it, but it's not going to be a photo shoot character. It's just going to be like they're in a different outfit for today, for whatever reason. Let's see, one of the things I wrote down for prompt number 2, fears. I was so scared of breaking my dolls when I first started, because I read horror stories about broken fingers, broken noses, broken ears, and to be honest, that really hasn't changed, because I'm a huge klutz. Like, huge klutz. I once broke 3 dinner plates at once, and one of them was plastic. Yeah. And I do still drop my dolls, unfortunately. The poor babies. And Branwen somehow gets the worst of it. I don't know what it is about Branwen, but I drop her the most. And the poor thing. I love her to death, but I apparently am really bad at keeping her safe. Oh, funny stories. Prompt number 3. I'm really glad I wrote this one down because I honestly didn't remember it until I went back and read it. When I first got Branwen, she was my first doll that I ever had physically in my hands. So it was not only my introduction to BJDs, it was my family's introduction to BJDs. And when I got her, I didn't particularly like the way she was strung. I don't remember, I think she was too loose, floppy, and I was like, I don't like this. So I took her over to my grandmother's house fairly soon after I got her so I could restring her. And the reason I did it at my grandmother's house, other than showing off my new doll, because let's face it, we all want to show off. I took her over there because I wanted someone else around just in case I was having a hard time restringing her, particularly in the strength department. I'm not really that strong, but I'm actually now pretty comfortable stringing all of my dolls except for my soul doll Zenith girl on my own. And the only reason I'm not comfortable with stringing my soul doll Zenith girl is because she's giant, and I really don't think I would be strong enough to do that all by myself. So I took Branwen over to my grandmother's house, and while I was taking her apart, my grandma kept calling her, "That poor thing. Oh, that poor thing, you're taking her apart like that. That poor thing." And when I opened her head cap to show her how to, reposition the eyes, take the head off and all that, my grandma says, "Oh, you're performing head surgery on her." Yeah, my grandma's a character, but she's been very supportive of my dolls. Oh, Fiacra. Originally, I had plans for my next doll to be a soul doll Vito Lester, rather than a soul doll Vito Azrael, and I was going to name him Fiacra, and he was going to be the father figure to Branwen and Corbin. Those plans kind of fell through. I do still want to get a Lester, but I'm not sure if he's still going to be a father figure to them or not, or what have you. So those plans are just on hold for now. Okay, I also wrote down a lot of notes for BJD Addicts prompt number 11, favorite aspects of your dolls. And literally the first word I wrote was nose. I have a thing about noses. I love dolls with cute noses, unique noses, all of that kind of thing. One of the things that attracted me most to Corbin's sculpt, the Ring Doll Valo sculpt, was the nose. It's kind of ridiculous and pointy like that, if you can see it, and it's big, but it's so cute on him. I just love it. And another nose that I really liked that Soul Doll just came out with was the Freya nose. I didn't get the Soul Doll Vito Freya though, because one, they also came out with Callie at the same time, and I really wanted a doll with wings. And two, I didn't know where she would fit in my collection. Not that my collection is any type of, cohesive collection. They're all kind of ragtag. This doll is this size, and this style, and this doll is that size and that style. But somehow they all fit together in my head. The other thing I wrote down is I really love dolls with cheekbones. A lot of dolls don't have very defined cheekbones, so when I find dolls that do, like the Soul Doll Vito boys, I get very happy, because I love cheekbones on dolls. So, and I love seeing cheekbones on dolls. I also like a lot of the Ipple House sculpts. I'm not really sure if it's Ipple or Ipple. I've heard people pronounce it both ways. Sidetracked. But a lot of their sculpts are pretty awesome too. And then there's BJD Addicts prompt number 12, meetups. When I first started, I was completely terrified of meetups. And I can't say that this changed for a very long time, because it didn't. Meetups just terrified me, because you're going and meeting all these new people that you've never met before, you don't know what they're like, you have no idea. But I went to my first meetup this last March, and oh my god, it was amazing. And I love meetups, so I would like to go more often. However, work and life and that kind of thing interferes, so I haven't gone to as many as I would have liked in the last several months. I'm hoping that they're going to make another one soon because I really want to go. I wrote down some notes on prompt number 3, doll mods. I'm not even sure if I was following the prompt at this point. I kind of just took the title and ran with it. But, you know, at that point in time, I was really excited to see all the fancy dolls with all the fancy doll mods, the tattoos, the piercings, and everything like that. And I still love looking at them. But as time goes on, it seems less and less likely that I'm going to own a doll with, you know, extensive doll mods, extensive piercings or tattoos or the like. I may at one point, but I'm not sure that it's something that I absolutely need to do. Although, for the people who do it, who have the patience and the time and just the dedication, I love seeing the dolls with all of the extensive doll mods. They're really awesome. And I do actually want to do a little bit of modding myself. Nothing major, just some sanding. A lot of the dolls that I like and that I've bought this year come with balloon boobs, which I'm totally cool that they have big boobs. They just look really awkward with the balloon boobs. So I would like to sand it down enough to make it look more natural, especially when they're naked and everything. Not that I plan on having a lot of naked photo shoots with my dolls, it just makes me feel better. I think that was as far as I really got. I mean, there were some other notes in there, but nothing really of... Oh, I was just about to make a horrible pun. I was going to say, there's some other notes in there, but nothing really of note. Those were my thoughts on what I used to think and what I think now. So if you guys all want to share your then and nows, that would be awesome. I'd love to see how some other people have changed in the hobby. I know that this is a discussion topic that's been covered before, and for all I know, there's actually a BJD Addicts prompt that I just completely, you know, went over my head, and there's lots of videos out there already, but as it is, I just really wanted to discuss this a little since I found my journal and I saw these things that I hardly even remembered. It's kind of interesting seeing, writing down and recording how you've changed since starting the hobby. And I think that's part of why I like videos so much too, is because it's really a record of a person's journey with the BJD hobby, how they think and how they change, and you can, it's up there for everyone, but it's also up there for the people who are recording it. I think it's really awesome in this hobby that a lot of people like to record not only what they're doing with their dolls, but what they're thinking about the hobby, things that are going on, and everything like that. It's kind of, it's just really nice that we'll all have these records for years to come, I think. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I hope to see you soon. Bye!